Lord, I have never been so excited and so proud of a human being as much as I am proud of this young lady right here. Because of her strength and her courage to speak out, her life just changed so drastically. And let's get into it. First of all, there are times in life that grace is about to hit you, but because it comes with a lot of scuffle and a lot of hardship, you might miss the point. Sometimes God just takes his time and puts you in a situation that might not be favorable, but the outcome is always what matters in the end. Now, before we get into this whole video, I just want to congratulate. This is a young girl that had the courage to come out and speak about how bad the system works, how our children are suffering under very poor conditions in the schools in Nigeria, in her hometown. And instead of her to be praised for it, she was assaulted. But let's look at this clip real quick.
From today, you'll be the face of Portland Resorts, a brand ambassador.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is beautiful.
We have
Honestly.
offered you automatic employment. Starting now. And employment begins right now.
Yes. How do you watch that and not be completely excited? How do you watch that and not feel like, okay, we're doing something right? Now, because of this situation, this topic got a lot of traction, and I want to say thank you to everyone who came out to speak on behalf of this young lady. And of course, someone like VDM, who has such a massive platform, really brought awareness faster to this case. So thank you for that. And we're also going to say a big thank you to Burna Boy, because he saw the situation and tried to make the best out of it by actually bringing the school back to life. But let's comment about some other parts of the video.
I don't know if I should stand or sit.
Now, for all the young people out there, please watch that clip and learn something from it. In this life, every life matters, but we still also have to give respect and dignity to those who have achieved certain levels in life. Now, when we speak of someone like the king, that's a king. When you address him, you have to address him with respect. And yes, you might not always love what they say because they are the elders, but there's a place and time to react. And this was a time for everyone to just calm down and just do the needful. Now, for once, let's not forget why this whole situation started. The young lady in question, who called out to the government that they have failed in their duties, did not do absolutely nothing right. But she was attacked, and they tried to silence her, even went as far as giving her funds. But I'm so glad she rejected that money, because the second you accept money, it's almost like a hush money. That means what you stand for doesn't matter anymore. You lose your integrity in moments like that. Now, it is the duty of our leaders to learn from situations like this. And actually, maybe they can't see everything going around, but you can't tell me that you missed the school like that. And instead of you to put your ego aside and actually focus on the message she's transmitting and try to fix the problem, you try to silence her. And this is where we'll speak about the king respectfully.
And answer my call. Maybe we couldn't have gone to this extent. Put your home into, and you are happy.
You guys should go watch that full clip. And yes, he does speak in his own dialect, but I was honestly disappointed of the way he approached this young lady. And I am so grateful he wasn't able to get her on the phone, because things might have gone different. First of all, you address her as, at your age, you're bringing basically shame to your home, and this is not okay. It is our right as Nigerians, as citizens of this country, to speak out when we see the ills of our leaders. We are not, and we refuse to stay silent when we see something bad happening. It is your job as leaders to come out and to fix the problem. This is why you've been appointed into power, but majority of you sleep on it. We don't even understand the politics that goes on between the kings and the chairmans and the whatever the case might be. But you would not shame a girl into silence. You will not anymore make Nigerians feel like they're doing something wrong by speaking out. We would address you and point out mistakes you make without disrespecting you. except disrespect is called for. These are situations that all you leaders sit down and you witness it, but you say absolutely nothing. But then you try to use power to intimidate the average Nigerian to feel like they've done something wrong by calling you guys out. We will never again sleep. I have said this and I'll keep saying it. We will never again shut our mouths when we see ill happening. We will never again be silent when it is our right as Nigerians to stand up for ourselves and speak for ourselves, since the politics within you guys is unstoppable. We will not be shamed into silence. Let's be clear about that. And I know right now everybody's patiently waiting to see what's going to happen on Friday. It is crazy how you're supposed to take care of our schools, our healthcare, our roads, but when it comes to people trying to actually help the system, you guys say no. All of a sudden, there's this whole hula baloo that happens in between. Like, let's be realistic. We are all patiently waiting to see what's going to happen on Friday, because regardless, those children cannot and will not live and study in those conditions. It is already very difficult to study as it is, and when the environment is not conducive, it actually affects their mental health. So please, let's do the needful. Now, my last point on this video.
So, 3 bossa for me, eh?
Now, we cannot end this video without saying a big thank you to the community who came out and stood for what was right. You guys shielded and protected Very Dark Man, and that is something beautiful to watch. But also, remember, Very Dark Man is one person. We are over 200 and something million people in this country. He is one person and he cannot be in different locations at the same time. He has set a platform for us to learn from. So we as Nigerians, when we see ill happening, we have to stand up for our people. There's no reason why none of you stood up and came out to question the government and the leaders for what they did to that young lady. You are supposed to stand up for the rights of your people. This is not a situation about tribe. This is a situation about human rights. He cannot be in every single location. So please, for future cases that is going to happen, when you see ill, you speak about it. You come together as a community and help your people. Because at the end of the day, we can clearly see that our government do not care about the average Nigerians. They don't care if we eat, if we they do not care. They're too busy right now sharing rice, which is so weird because I thought we have outgrown this giving rice and oil and whatever the case might be. I thought we've moved past that. We need to start teaching our elderly people in the villages to stand up for what is right. We need to start re-educating them on our rights as Nigerians. I know things are hard, and let's not even speak about the petrol situation going on right now. But if we sit down and close our eyes and keep receiving gifts from these people, they would only use it to manipulate you in the long run. It's not about receiving gifts now. What's going to happen in the next year? What's going to happen tomorrow? You need to think further down the line. It cannot be just for what you can gain right now. We can't all close our eyes and pretend we do not see the chaos that happens in Nigeria. We can't do it. It is about time we rise up and speak up. We cannot wait for one person to solve all the problems of Nigeria. We as people need to start with ourselves and remove the greed. If we succeed in fixing Nigeria, it will be for the betterment of every single one of us. And we need to just move past what we want for ourselves. Anyway, thank you to all of you. This is the kind of positivity we need to see on our platforms. This is pure change happening right in front of us. We have to learn from it, and we have to push each and every one of ourselves to do better. Anyway, see you on the next post.